Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you're doing well. This is going to be another project finale. This is the finale for the Advent Calendar Project Pan. This is going to be a real finale. I don't plan to bring this project back again. Unfortunately, because I really enjoyed doing this project, but fortunately because I don't think I have 24 samples to pull this year. It was really a stretch to find 24 samples in 2024, and I had to think outside the box. But now that I've gone through another year of samples, I kind of feel like we're good. I mean, the few that I didn't finish will find their ways into other projects down the road, but I got through a lot of samples while doing this project over the last several years. This project was created by Hèléne over on HMM Makeup. She has not posted videos in quite a while, but she's got a great channel and all of her videos are still up. If you want to check her out, her channel will be linked in the description box. And the idea that Hèléne had for this video was to recreate the joy of an advent calendar through project panning all year long. And I thought it was such a cute idea because who doesn't love an advent calendar? I mean, everybody loves advent calendars, right? Anyways, she used an actual advent calendar and she wrote down the products and put them in the doors of her advent calendar, and every month she would draw from 2 doors so that out of the 12 months she would get 2 products a month to work on. And these are all little quick products, nothing really full size, just samples, deluxe samples, full size products that are on their last leg, things like that. And I still think this is the cutest project. I really thought it was such a great idea. This project should have ended on December 27th. It is another late project and I apologize for that. Playing catch up this week. Today in particular, I need to get to bed, but this project technically ended on December 27th. And for the year of 2024, I was really focusing on the last little lot of my sample perfumes, as well as tea light candles that I was gifted from a friend of mine who owns a candle company. And then I threw in some lipstick samples and a few other random samples as well. So let me show you where I ended up with this project. All right, let's start with these daily peels from Dr. Dennis Gross. These were an add-in 1 month into the project. After doing my inventory, I realized that these were getting old and that I needed to find a way to incorporate them into my routine. And so I threw them into this project. I think I pulled 12 with the goal of using 1 a month. And I still have 2 left over. I did finish 1 since the last update, but I still have 2 left over that I was not able to finish. There's no excuse other than I'm a train wreck, but I will get to these. I do have several other from the original package that I didn't put in this project. So I think I probably have less than 10 left, but I still have quite a few I need to get through. That being said, I was able to use up 10 in the past year, and I probably wouldn't have used up 10 if it wasn't for this project. So I'm really pleased with that. All right, next let's talk about the tea lights. I originally put 10 tea lights in this project. I finished 1 more since the last update. This was the scent Toasted Pumpkin. Oh my goodness. Heaven, 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 heaven. I must have also finished and thrown away another one called Harvest at my last empties because I don't have that here anymore, but I do still have 2 more left over that I was not able to finish. I still have the scents Holiday Home and Camellia. I have no doubt that I will be able to finish these, down the road. I'm just glad I put a dent in this big bag. I did also place a fairly large order at Black Friday again in 2024, and Jenny gave me an entire bag full of these again. So my collection has been replenished. I'm really glad I used some of these older candles up. I'm gonna keep the newer ones separate for a little bit so that I'm focused on using up the older ones first. But if I haven't mentioned it before or recently, HYDE is a company that was created by my high school friend Jenny. She lives out in Connecticut now. She makes these candles in her home. They're vegan, they're soy-based, and they are phenomenal. She ships to US and Canada. I will leave a link to her company in the description box. If you have means to order from her company, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Her candles are excellent. Okay, next let's go over my little lipstick samples. I had 4 Urban Decay lipstick samples. I knew walking into this project that finishing a lipstick sample from Urban Decay is no joke. In general, if I'm using it every single day, it takes me about a month and a half, and I rarely use any lipstick every single day. That being said, in my head, I was thinking, well, if you only finish 1 or 2, at least that's 2 out. I finished 0, which is a little bit disappointing. I do happen to be wearing this shade today, which is called Jilted. It is a beautiful wine kind of shade. I really like this kind of pink. This is my kind of pink. It is very beautiful. That being said, I barely used it. I think I only used it twice throughout this entire project. I haven't even, gotten towards the bottom. I think this shade Menace I only used once. It's a brighter, bolder pink. Again, I like it very much, but yeah, it looks like I only used it one time. And then this shade Easy is one of the most well used out of all the lipstick samples, but I don't think I used it once in this project, which is ridiculous. This should have been the easiest one to just finish off, but it is a red and I'm not a big fan of red, so I was reaching for all these other shades over this one. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't finish this one. It will resurface again in another project in the future. And finally, I have Rapture, which was without a doubt my favorite and the most wearable out of all of these shades. It's just a mauvey pink shade, and it was brand new, or maybe only used once at the start of this project. And I got to the bottom. I've cleared out quite a bit of it. It is a really easy shade to wear. I could definitely see myself putting this. I could see myself putting all of these in a project in the future to keep working on them. Maybe one at a time, not all 4 at the same time. But yeah, am I a little disappointed that I didn't finish them? Yeah. All right, we're not going out on a low note though. We're going out on a high note. Finally, for this project, were the remaining 9 perfume samples in my collection. Now I have since bought a sampler pack of the Hèléne perfumes, so I do have more samples now, but they are brand spanking new and I like all of the scents, so it feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit different to have bought samples rather than to have been gifted samples that are just sitting in a bag never getting used. There's a difference in my head. I will eventually use those Hèléne ones too, and then maybe I will be really done with samples. But just because I finished all of these doesn't mean my house is free of samples. It just means it's free of all the free samples that I've received over the years. I had 4 perfumes carrying over from the last update to finish, and I did finish all 4 of them. The first one I chose was a HYDE from Christian Dior, HYDE. I'm very familiar with HYDE. I have a full size. This smelled nothing like it. This also has a silver top, and I associate HYDE with having a gold color to it. So I don't know if this is a different version of HYDE, but I didn't like this nearly as much as the original HYDE, the one that I have the full size of. That being said, it wasn't that hard to get through it. I just didn't love it. The next 2 samples I got through were samples that I've panned both of these scents before in other projects, or maybe in this project last year, I can't remember. But this first one is Paco Rabanne, Olympia. I love this scent. I really, really love this scent. I don't know if I'm gonna bother to track it down and buy a full size, but I really, really love the scent Olympia by Paco Rabanne. It is beautiful. It's my kind of a scent. I also finished this Vince Camuto Ciao. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. It was just all right. This was a big fat sample bottle, and so it lasted a little bit longer than some of the others, but it wasn't difficult to finish, unfortunately. The last perfume that I drew from my box was this Les Art de Gucci. This was horrible, horrible. I hated every minute of this. I really disliked the scent. It did not smell good at all. It was so hard to get through, and I just powered through. I just had to do it. I couldn't put it anywhere around my neck. I didn't want it anywhere where my nose could smell it. I put a couple drops on the inside of my arms. I kind of put some on the top of my stomach, and that was as close as I could get to my nose, because if I put it any higher up towards my nose, it just was like, bleh. But I was able to get through it. It wasn't easy, but I did finish it. So all of my original perfume samples are gone. I do not have those new ones from Hèléne that I purchased, but I'm really excited to have those samples all out of my collection. I think it's been a while since I've done a perfume inventory. I'm probably due for a new perfume inventory, but yeah, I mean, I'm so excited to have all those old perfume samples out of my collection. Very exciting. Next up is body sprays. Watch out, I'm coming for the body sprays. They are leaving my collection next. It's gonna be a while, but my sights are set on those body sprays, getting them out. So there were some highs and lows with this project, as with a lot of my projects, but the time is up and it's time to wrap this project up. Like I said, I will continue working on the facial peels and the tea light samples, and I think you will be seeing these lipstick samples in another project down the road, because if it's not in a project, I'm not going to focus in on them like I should, but I do want to get through them eventually. I mean, I want to get through everything eventually. That's my problem. I did put a lot of lipsticks in different projects in 2024. I mean, way more than I should have. I had a nice amount of variety, but maybe too many options if we're being honest. But sometimes I go a little overboard with project panning when it comes to certain categories. I really enjoyed this project. I had a lot of fun working on these items and clearing them out and moving them out, and I'm glad I did it. So that is going to be it for this finale for the Advent Calendar Project Pan. Thank you guys so much for following along with this project over the years. I will have the full playlist in the description box down below if you want to catch this project from the beginning and the different ways that I tweaked it for myself over the years. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.